The Black Clover Anime movie has most likely revealed 2 new wizard kings and 1 new wizard queen. Today I'm explaining a very interesting theory. Maybe Conrad, the previous wizard king before Julius, is the reason why the previous wizard kings and queens appear, because of his key magic. And maybe he's not evil, after all he is the previous wizard king. Maybe he tries to stop Julius Novachorno, because he possibly knows his secret. Lucius may have killed Conrad to become the Wizard King, but Conrad cast a forbidden spell that allowed him to travel into the future to stop Julius. But of course, no one will believe him and everyone will protect Julius. I mean, why else would the previous Wizard King suddenly turn evil? If the story team does everything right, then they could present this plot in such a way that anime-only watchers will not be spoiled, but we manga readers will understand why Conrad might try to kill Julius. Let's talk about it. If you end up liking this video, consider subscribing. Please enjoy this video. Let's go! This news just came out, so I didn't have time to make a script, but I have such a brilliant idea I just have to tell you. So nothing is confirmed yet, but we have received a new key art for the upcoming Black Clover movie, Sword of the Wizard King. The key art shows 4 new characters, 3 completely new, never seen before. One of them is definitely wearing the clothes of the Wizard King. We even have a separate picture of him clearly wearing the same outfit as Julius Novachorno, with this thing on his robe, suggesting that he is indeed one of the Wizard Kings. So that's pretty much confirmed already in my opinion. The older one of the 3 wears a similar thing on his outfit, with a clover symbol. So it really looks like they are Wizard Kings and Queens. But if this is true, what is the reason for their return? 2 of them look young, which could indicate time or space magic, like someone was messing around with different dimensions to get the Wizard Kings to one place or something like that. One of these 4 characters is the former Wizard King Conrad. We have already seen pictures of him. He seems to be the main antagonist for reasons still unknown and has key magic or something similar. He also uses a giant ice sword, with which he seems to have pretty much the same abilities as Asta's Black Divider. He can make his sword huge, probably as big as he wants, as long as his magic, or rather his mana, allows it. But that's not so important now. I think the main focus is probably not on his ice weapon, even if the movie title suggests it, but rather on the keys he uses. He uses his keys to activate certain effects. We haven't seen what those effects are yet, but it seems that his keys are limited because he doesn't create them but wears them on his body, suggesting that each key has a unique ability. It could be that each key has an element, or a unique magic or effect, and so on and so forth. You get the idea. But I have another very interesting idea about how the keys might have something to do with the previous Wizard Kings and Queens. It is possible that the new Black Clover movie will reveal all the previous Wizard Kings and Queens thanks to Conrad's key magic. As mentioned, we don't know what purpose the keys have. They could even have the magic attribute of time or space, or maybe both. Each magic attribute has its origin from one of the 4 basic elements. After many generations, very complex magic abilities were created, especially in the Clover Kingdom. For example, if a man with key magic and a woman with space magic conceive a child, it could be that the child has the ability to open different dimensions with the help of keys. So what if Conrad has the ability to make previous Wizard Kings and Queens appear in the current timeline? We don't even know if he's from the current timeline. Julius has been the Wizard King for about 15 years. And Conrad certainly doesn't look like an old man. So maybe he's actually from the past and ended up in the future for some reason. Maybe Julius Novachorno even has something to do with it, especially since it seems like he became the Wizard King after Conrad. Julius Novachorno is the 28th Wizard King, so Conrad could have either 27 or 26 keys, with each key being associated with the Wizard King, 26 or 27. Because if this theory is true, we need to figure out how to count Julius Novachorno. In the trailer of the new Black Clover movie, we have seen the young Julius Novachorno, but in the key art, he's already a child. As we know, the child version is older than the young Julius Novachorno before he became the Wizard King. So this is either a flashback or Conrad has summoned young Julius as well, but from a different timeline, which wouldn't fit to this theory. But a flashback fits perfect. Therefore, it's either 26 or 27. Of course, that's if this theory is correct. It could also be total nonsense. But if this theory is indeed correct, then he could use these keys to open doors where Wizard Kings and Queens are either reincarnated or copied. Or whatever the reason is why previous Wizard Kings and Queens suddenly appear. It doesn't even have to be all of them, maybe only 3. Two of them look very young, even younger than Julius Novachorno, so it could be that they return at the age they died. That's the basic idea, and if that's true, then the Clover Kingdom has a big problem. Even if only those 3 kings and the queen return, there are still 4 former military rulers of the Clover Kingdom. If Conrad is the reason for their return, he can probably either control them, or they may even voluntarily support his plan. Of course, there must be a very good reason for this. In general, I can't really imagine anyone with good intentions having the ability to bring back dead characters. We have seen what the reincarnation of the elves has done, and the Undying Body spell. Obviously, it's hard to imagine that the previous wizard kings and queens are all bad people. One of them looks like a Silva. If he's as mean as the Silva siblings before their character development, then he's definitely not the nicest guy. And his facial expression fits this idea perfectly. But even though the Silva family is arrogant and mean, they have dedicated their lives to protect the Clover Kingdom. We can't deny that. The next one might even be a Vermilion, although the hair is a little too red, honestly. This potential wizard queen doesn't look evil either. And the last potential wizard king looks very nice. I can't imagine them just turning on the Clover Kingdom like that. So either they are controlled, most likely by Conrad, or there's a misunderstanding. If they are controlled by Conrad, then we assume Conrad is evil, which again doesn't fit with what we just said. Why would a wizard king be evil? Here's the thing. What if the movie will actually spoil the anime viewers a bit, just like the anime did very often in the Black Clover openings? What if they hint at the idea that Julius Novachorno is evil? We know that Lucius Zogratis altered Julius' memories to become the Wizard King so that he has control over Yami, William, Asta, the Clover Kingdom, Nacht, and so on. We all know the crazy plan he prepared for over a decade. So maybe the only person who stood in his way was the previous Wizard King, most likely Conrad. What if Lucius Zogratis had actually killed the Wizard King Conrad in the past so that he would no longer have to wait for the Wizard King's position? But before Conrad died, he used the kind of magic that gave him the ability to appear years later, when Julius is already the Wizard King. His goal is to stop Julius Novachorno because Conrad is not actually evil, and he uses the help of the previous Wizard Kings and Queens to stop Lucius Zogratis before it's too late. But of course, the whole Clover Kingdom protects Julius Novachorno because they don't know that he is Lucius Zogratis. And also they don't believe Conrad that Julius supposedly killed him. The movie will definitely foreshadow Lucius Zogratis. With Lucius' soul magic, he could have manipulated the whole kingdom, making them all think that Conrad died in battle, when in fact he really was killed by Lucius. Obviously that will not be shown. I think that would be a crazy idea, and looking at Julius Novachorno, he looks sad, so it fits. If they do it right, they could make it so that anime viewers wouldn't even understand why Conrad is trying to kill Julius, because it might be out of context or look like a misunderstanding. What do you guys think about this idea? Let me know in the comments, and if you have another theory, write it in the comments as well. If you like this video, hit the like button, and if you want to see more Black Clover content, then subscribe to this channel with the notification bell activated. I do weekly Black Clover content. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye!